What's up, y'all? DJ Camelot of DJGURL.com, talking all things DJing from a woman's perspective, and I'm back with another video. Alright, y'all, so this video is all about mixing in key. Have you ever kind of struggled getting your sets to mix and blend together, kind of like the pros, you know, just having that real cohesive, beautiful sound of instruments and vocals, and it's just all kind of running together, and you're just like, how the heck do they do that? Well, I mean, there's a lot of things that goes into creating a really great DJ mix, you know, as far as song selection and tempo and frequency, intensity, I mean, of the song, blending together well. But mixing in key is a very important component of doing that if mixing and blending is what you want to do as a DJ. I mean, some DJs kind of drop things in and do all this other crazy cool stuff. But like, for instance, a DJ like me, I really enjoy cohesively blending tracks together. It's actually taken me quite some time to really perfect that. So it's not always as easy as one may think. So let's talk about it. Mixing in key. I'm gonna give you an example of one of my DJ sets that I recently did for Sound Lounge 10. You can check that out right here. I'll have it linked below, but Sound Lounge 10 is probably one of my favorite mixes that I've done. It sounds so good to me, and I want to help y'all achieve that same kind of feeling. So here's the thing I think some people get stumped on with mixing in key is, no, you don't have to be a musician. You don't have to have a keen ear for recognizing song tones and notes. All you really need is a good software, a DJ software. And luckily, nowadays, the popular DJ software such as Serato DJ who already have that implemented into their software. So once you upload a song into the software, usually it'll give you the key of the song right away, as well as the BPM and other metrics of the song. So that makes it a lot easier. Back when I was beginning DJing, I really didn't pay too much attention to song keys. I was just kind of hearing things and I'm like, okay, I think that sounds good together, and putting them together, and most likely a lot of it was probably off key, but you know, I made it work. But now there's really no excuse. I mean, back then they did have Mix and Key, which was an additional software outside of the Serato that I used, but I never invested in that. It's still around, and you guys can still invest in Mixed in Key to get keys of songs and other song metrics that don't come with DJ softwares automatically. But when I found out how much my mixes sound so much better together when I started using the keys of the songs to mix them, I never looked back. And I've also asked around a bunch of other well-known DJs if they do that, and they're like, hell yeah! Yes, the majority of them mix in key. Even hip-hop tracks, even all that stuff. Like, if you got the key of the song and you see something with a similar key, like, you might want to get on that. So anyways, what I mean by mixing in key is every song has a key. So that's the vocals, the instruments, the drums, the whatever in the song, you know, all lie on a key. Compatible songs that would mix well with that song would have a similar key or the same key. So in that instance, the drums and the snares and the claps and the whatever and the vocals don't clash. They actually mix really well, and it can actually sound kind of like the same song. So that's what I mean by mixing in key. You can literally type the song title into Google and ask for the key of the song, and in some instances the key will come up, but I don't know, I don't really use that method too much. But what I do use a lot is a website called TuneBat. a website called TuneBat, and there's several of them, I believe, that'll give you the key of the song, but I use TuneBat, and all I do is just upload the song right into the website, and it gives me the key of the song, the DJ key of the song. So let's talk about that now. In music, they give the key of the song like, A flat, B sharp, D, C, G, that way. But in DJ world, we use 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, 7A, 7B to differentiate our keys. So TuneBat will give you the key as like a DJ. So it'd give you like 7A. And if you want to like Google what 7A is, you can do that. Or you can Google Camelot wheel. Have you seen this color-coded wheel before? Well, get familiar with it if you're interested in mixing in key. This is called the Camelot wheel, which easily shows you which keys match well with each other. So for instance, if you have a song in the key of 7A, which is a D minor, it can mix well sonically with another 7A song, or a 6A song, which is a G minor, or an 8A song, which is an A minor, or a 7B song, which is an F major. So these 4 other choices, technically 3 other choices, mix best with a 7A song. However, I suggest to not always get super stuck on just the key of the songs. Sometimes you might want to mix it up. You might want to go from a 7A to a 9A, or a 7A to a 3A or something like that, But it's all about where and how you're mixing it. You might want to do it like on a softer part or at the end of a song, like blending it in a way to where these tones aren't clashing so outwardly, so abruptly and aggressively, to where people are like, what is going on here? So, but it spices up your set sometimes when you kind of switch up the tones and jump around. So take my latest Sound Lounge 10 set, for instance. As you can see, most of it is sonically in key. However, I do some jumps. I do jumps from 9A to 5B. And say I go from 4A to 11A. But if you go listen to Sound Lounge 10, it doesn't clash. Like, it doesn't sound bad because of the way I mixed them. I had the drums or the bass turned up on one track, and there was no bass on the other track going out, like, or in a certain down section or whatever, so it's not clashing. So like if you have the drums of, say, my 5B going on at the same time of the drums of the 9A, you're gonna hear a clash. So something needs to be dipped out, or make it work. But I definitely suggest you go take a listen to my Sound Lounge 10 Afro House set, so you can get an example of what I'm talking about. I really like the challenge of putting together these house sounds and all this stuff, because it's not as easy as you think, but it's really cool when you get the final product. Anywho, so if you guys have any questions about mixing in key, go ahead and drop it in the comment box below. I don't mind answering that. I hope I covered it enough for it to make sense. And definitely try out mixing in key and see, if you like your sets a little bit better. If they're sounding a little bit more sonically in sync with each other, your mixes. So I will have everything linked below as far as TuneBat, mixed in key, so that you guys can go check out what I'm talking about. Good luck with that, you guys. Go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate all of you guys and all of your questions and the love that I do receive. So until next time, take care.